Barclays Bank is Europe's biggest funder of fossil fuels. They invest more than any other European bank into the fossil fuel business, and that the amount that they invest is going up and up and up every single year. So we are asking, as XR Midlands, we are asking Barclays to divest from fossil fuels and stop funding the fossil fuel industry. So Barclays is Europe's biggest funder of fossil fuels, and so you would think that it would be really easy for us to ask people to switch away from Barclays, right? You can just change your bank and then you're not with Barclays anymore. So that is one thing. There is one ask there. We can ask Barclays, we can ask members of the public to stop banking with Barclays. However, every penny of our taxes, of benefits, of pensions also goes through Barclays because HMRC bank with Barclays. That means that all of the money that goes into your benefits, your pension, your tax is going through Barclays, and some of that is funneled into fossil fuel financing. So yeah, like I said, HMRC banks with Barclays, and that means that everybody, whether or not you personally bank with Barclays, are intrinsically involved in their financing of fossil fuels. So as well as asking individuals to stop banking with Barclays, we desperately need HMRC to stop banking with Barclays. HMRC have a turnover of approximately £800 billion a year, I believe. It's very, very large. And all of that money is potentially going into fossil fuel financing.
Oh my God.
Hello, Scrubber, can you tell me what you're doing?
Have you seen the state of this bank? We were called up to try and clean it up. But you know, it's almost impossible because they're such a bloody big bank and they think they know everything. And so they're the biggest bank, they know how to invest. And what do they invest in? The things that are going to make our environment the worst it has ever been. Okay, so let me get back to my job.
Yeah, do get back to your job, Scrubber. Lovely to see you. Hello, Scrubber. What are you up to?
Just trying to clean this place up. There's fossil fuels everywhere. I don't know why they don't stop investing. They need to clean up their act.
It is really dirty in there.
Oh, no.
Nothing, like they're all everywhere. That's just, it doesn't come off. That's terrible.
I'm calling the police, alright?
Dear Barclays,
Dear sir,
urgent call to action.
keep your voice down.
We are writing today on behalf of all humanity. Your children, grandchildren, nephews, nieces, we call on you to take immediate, meaningful action to prevent catastrophic climate change and ecological breakdown. 6 years have passed since the Paris Agreement was adopted, when a line in the sand was drawn that should have indicated a real beginning to serious concerted action. Barclays, your current spending plan is the polar opposite of what is needed to meet your stated commitments. You said you would just adjust your entire financing portfolio to the goals of the Paris Agreement with specific targets and transparent reporting. You are failing to do any of this, and the cost is beyond monetary. A paper published in Nature Climate Change this January says that we are already committed to 2 Celsius degrees of warming, meaning that your current commitment is nowhere near ambitious enough. In addition to climate breakdown, our planet is in the midst of a major mass extinction event, the first of its kind caused by us, human beings. You are actively bankrolling this process. In 2019, Barclays financed activities linked to biodiversity risk to the tune of over 70 billion. Your annual report released last month shows that last year, while the rest of us scrambled to make ends meet, you almost tripled your profits. You have increased your funding of climate change, and you've invested in death through projects such as new fossil fuel extraction, all to line your bosses' pockets. We don't blame the workers. The global transformation necessary to save humanity can only be achieved if banks such as Barclays, put their collective weight behind the drive towards a sustainable and habitable Earth. It's time for Barclays to choose which side of history you wish to be on. We therefore demand that you, 1, tell the truth by fully disclosing the social, climate and ecological impacts of your investments, while highlighting that such destructive behaviour is incentivised by our current political economy. 2, act now to stop financing and enabling the fossil fuel and industrial animal agricultural industries, projects that destroy habitats and tear apart the communities of indigenous people across the world, offshore finance industry which enables tax dodging. 3, support the transition to a regenerative economy in service to all people and life on Earth through citizens' assembly and legitimate democratic process on a global scale. We can no longer stand by and watch your wanton destruction of our beautiful Mother Earth for the financial gain of a few individuals. We request an immediate public response to our demands. With a fierce love for humanity and with fire in our bellies, we are Extinction!
Rebellion!
Extinction!
Rebellion!
Extinction!
Rebellion! Hello, how did your outreach go?
It was great. I managed to pick a few people as they were coming out, and one person said, I had no idea that Barclays was like this. I banked with them all my life, and she said that she was probably going to change.
That's fantastic news.